Priest. This might be a good time to tell me about the reason for this lockdown.
You are in an archaeotech vault. A trove of ancient technology, mostly classified as heretical in nature or deemed to be dangerous by the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Let me guess. Something exploded. Or broke free.
Cannot confirm. Still, I suggest extreme caution.
Daemon host. What have you been up to here, Tech Priest?
According to the records, you located Subject 12 Kappa. Subject broke security protocol and annihilated 99.72% of personnel, thus initiating lockdown protocols.
You experimented with this? Are you insane? The creation of a Daemon host condemns the host's soul to eternal torment.
Initiating empathy modulator. Attempt failed.
Found Uther's Tarot. Now what?
What you have in your possession is a special tool that Uther Tiberius designed for his grand project. Psychoactive cards that can allow communication through visions.
Like the Emperor's Tarot.
Incorrect. Uther's Tarot is quite different from the Emperor's Tarot, both in symbolism and craftsmanship. But it is indeed a very potent tool.
You must talk me through it when I get back to the ship. Tech Priest, I have obtained Uther's Tarot. Now, I want you to tell me how it works.
Research is still in progress. Insufficient data.
If a deck like this was good enough for Klosterheim, I should be able to use mine to find the Martyr.
Correct assumption. Uther's Tarot is a psychoactive set of cards that needs a mental focus to search for echoes in the warp related to the given focus.
Wait, if I concentrate on a specific idea, the Tarot will guide me there?
Define guide. The cards might show you a vision of the past, the present, or a possible future. More research needed. But the short answer is yes.
I will need you to talk me through this again. Then I'm going to attempt to focus on the Martyr. Uther's Tarot is showing me a vision of the Martyr. I'd been expecting a prophetic message, but what I see is a nightmare. The fever dreams of someone on that ship.
There are places in this universe where madness reigns. Dominions of evil, where the taint of the other world trickles through. The Martyr is one of these places, and fate has brought me to this haunted ship. The Martyr has been drifting in the warp for millennia. The wandering fortress monastery of Uther Tiberius has become an enigma I need to solve. I have sacrificed everything to find this ship. I've been hunting relentlessly for the Martyr since I pledged myself to this cause. Driven by my sacred oath, I've been roaming the Caligari sector for decades. I killed. I bargained. I made pacts and broke them, only to succeed where others have failed. And I'm still paying the price for my curiosity. I have lost so much. I have lost my mentor. I keep losing my allies. I've been stranded on a derelict filled with the filth of Nurgle and the failed experiments of Uther Tiberius. But I must prevail. Uther believed that the flesh was only a vessel. He thrusted his chosen ones into vile darkness and prayed to the God Emperor to turn them into holy weapons. He might have stumbled along the way, and it falls upon me to finish what he had begun. I believe that the Martyr holds the key to our salvation. There is something hidden on this ship that could change the future of the Imperium. I will cleanse this place with holy fire and righteous wrath. I will be transformed by pain and faith. I will find the secret of Uther Tiberius.
Captain, I know where the Martyr is.
Did those cards tell you that? Really?
You could say so. Uther's terror showed me a vision of the Martyr and a fellow Inquisitor on the ship, and it all came to me with a very clear sense of a location in the subsector.
We have arrived at the coordinates you provided. I don't know how you did it exactly, Inquisitor, but the Martyr is here. Uncanny. And speaking of uncanny, you also have a message from the Caligari Conclave.
We continue to be impressed by your progress, Inquisitor. You have located the Martyr. Your methods might be unconventional, but they are rather efficient. It's time to land on the Martyr again. I can't stress enough how important it is that you find Lord Klosterheim. Remember, we need him alive, at least for the time being. He must be a repository of valuable information on the legacy of other Tiberius. The Emperor protects.
your survival.
I'm rather pleased you didn't mention this before.
Now you will need to access the teleport beacon network.
Wait, I have incoming hostiles. I'll take care of this first.
At your command.
Inquisitor speaking. I trust that you can hear me, but my current circumstances are not ideal for transmissions. I don't know who you are. I don't even know what you look like, so don't take this personally. But you are an Inquisitor, which I gather from the snippets of your Vox signal on the Inquisitorial channels. I must command you to leave the Martyr immediately. You have stumbled upon an investigation that has been sanctioned by the Caligari Conclave, and which might have a huge impact on Holy Terror. Your presence here might lead to unnecessary complications. Leave now, and may the Emperor be with you.
Reloading.
Requesting immediate status update, Inquisitor.
The turrets didn't...
Now you...
Ready to fight!